First on MARTA. I mean, we heard it during State of the City. One station was kind of announced, and then on Thursday you announced 3 more, and then there was a little bit of bubbling of excitement from across the transit world.
Yeah.
How excited are you for the future of transit in Atlanta, announcing these 4 new infill stations?
Yeah, I'm super excited about the future of transit in Atlanta, the ability for us to be connected more, for people to be able to connect it to schools, to be connected to work, to groceries, to medical. This is a way, by adding 4 infill stations that are all strategically located on the Beltline, this will be the first time that MARTA will actually be on the Beltline, so that individuals going to work, going to school, going to play can be able to get there on rapid transit. And this will connect people across the city that unfortunately may have had a hard time getting to these locations, adding to their workday by taking longer commutes, but now they can get there better, faster, and with the knowledge that we're going to be coming soon with this.
From talking with those in the transit world after this announcement, some said they loved seeing some leadership. Like there just had been a lack of top-down leadership to MARTA. Was that part of your reasoning in kind of announcing these and sort of taking ownership of this project moving forward?
Yeah, so we're working hand in hand with MARTA on this because this is going to be a collective project. Working with MARTA, the Beltline, and the city. This administration likes to work together to get things done, and so part of that leadership is asking for best solutions, asking for out-of-the-box ideas. How can we do more, and how can we get it done in a reasonable amount of time? And so that's why we went and heard from MARTA and talked about some options, and this is going to get done. This is a proposal now that is moving forward, and hopefully we can see some movement on it really soon.
Some logistical questions. When could we see it? Is there an order of these infill stations? When does construction start? When could people ride these?
Yeah, so first stop is Murphy Crossing. So we've announced that we're doing this huge development around Murphy Crossing, which includes housing, affordable housing, rental units for retail, et cetera, as well as this MARTA station. And so we want to do a public-private partnership there, so where businesses can be there as well as the government providing this transportation option. So that will be one of the first marquee stations that we're going to do, and then going around the rest. And so we want to get them all done in a reasonable amount of time. They take some time.
What's reasonable?
I want to see some activity between now and 2030. That's the hope.
Between 2030, who's paying for it? Where is this coming from? Will more MARTA be able to fund all of this?
Well, some of it will be coming from more MARTA, but some of it will also be coming from work that we have by doing public-private partnerships. So how Atlanta has done stations in the past is the past. Moving forward, you can actually build a station that has all the amenities already in it, from retail to dry cleaning to daycare to apartments, et cetera. So when you build it that way, you're not just building rail, you're also building a community at the same time, and that's how you get the private sector involved, so developers can help us with that.
Last question on MARTA. You mentioned a lot about building out transit to the Beltline.
Yeah.
What about transit on the Beltline? What does this say about the streetcar?
Yeah, so we are still looking at how to make sure that we can fully vet this process of getting transportation around the Beltline as well. So we have to think, is it going to be rail? Is it going to be autonomous vehicles like pods? Is it going to be bus rapid transit? People have this notion that we're talking about putting heavy rail around the Beltline. That's not the case. You're talking about a nice, slow-moving people mover like you might see at an amusement park, or how you see in France and Italy and other places, and in Europe. So we're looking at how much will that cost, and how beneficial will it be to the public, how fast you can get around, what does it feel like. And so these are things that are in engineering studies right now. Once we come out with that, we'll make sure the public knows, and we can make a clear decision on, do we want it to be on rails, do we want it to be rubber tires, do we want it to be small pods, or do we want to just leave this as a walking trail? I think by having it as right now with these 4 infill stations, you're seeing tremendous connectivity coming to the Beltline. And then now, how do we get people around the Beltline?
Gotcha.